Suburban Farm Girl here, and I am going to do a short video. So here we go. We're going to talk about actually 3 plants today that I think is pretty important for us to be able to distinguish because they look a little bit alike. And the first one I want to share with you guys is this guy back here. Everyone can kind of see that here. So this is actually goldenrod. You can't really see right now, but pretty soon here in the next few weeks, late summer, early fall here, we will start to see these beautiful golden flowers that they're known for. A lot of times people think that this is what causes all of our seasonal allergies, but actually, in fact, it's not what causes that. A lot of times it's the ragweed pollen, which can be mistaken for this one, although they don't look that much alike. But this actually is one of those plants that is quite helpful during sinus and allergy season. You can actually use it to make a tea, and it's good for like upper respiratory, bronchitis, things of that nature. This plant is antiseptic, diuretic, and antispasmodic. So it's really helpful with a lot of conditions like those upper respiratory infections. It also has been good to use in like rheumatism. You can use it as a tea, you can use it topically. I actually made a mouthwash last year that was actually pretty good, actually very effective in getting all of the harmful bacteria out of my mouth. So this is goldenrod. Couple of things I'm just going to point out, and I'm just going to tear off a little bit of this leaf. You can see the shape of the leaf, and these leaves actually grow kind of alternating instead of side by side with one another. It is a little bit serrated, so one thing to notice about that. Okay, so I do recommend that if you don't already have a really good kind of like field guide to foraging, that you pick up one. It's really good maybe to join some plant identification groups also. As fair warning, before you try to use any plant that you're not sure what it is, try to get really good identification on it before using it, and then also do your own research. Okay, so on to the next plant now. The next plant that we're going to talk about, we actually also have grown in a couple of different places, just like the goldenrod back here. This one can also get pretty tall, I think up to 7 feet tall. It's not quite as tall as the goldenrod, but it can get pretty tall as well. And this one, you can see it behind me there. This is horseweed. So you can see the flowers on this one. This one has already started flowering, and they're more of like a white kind of beigey color here. And oh look, there's a little ladybug. There's a lady. Hey there, ladybug. Hey there. Awesome. One of our beneficial insects that we have here in the garden. Love to see the ladybugs. Okay, so anyway, with this particular plant, it is called horseweed. It is a diuretic. It is also considered to be astringent, similar to the goldenrod, and in those cases can be used very similar. It tightens tissues. It's diuretic, it's tonic, hemostatic. It actually arrests bleeding. So this is one of the ways this has been historically used often, is to stop hemorrhaging, internal hemorrhaging, as well as like hemorrhoids and other bleeding, flesh wounds included. So I don't know about this, but apparently some have said that this particular plant could be one of the main ingredients in Dr. Pepper, like the secret ingredient. I don't know. Hey, Dr. Pepper, don't come after me. I have not gotten access to your recipe at all. I just heard that somewhere in the interwebs. But anyway, it does have culinary uses in some cases. Again, before starting any new herbal, even native plant, please consult with the doctor. I'm not a doctor. I want you to use good judgment in this. All right, so let's talk about the leaves on this guy. So I just picked one off. So you can see the leaves are really skinny compared to the goldenrod. It actually is very similar in that there's kind of like alternating leaves on the stem. So I'm just going to give you a little quick visual of that. You can kind of see that a little bit. There's our little ladybug. Okay. It's kind of a side-by-side view of the leaves here and how they differ. They are similar, look similar, but are very different. Yeah. All right. Oh, little dragonfly. Hey, dragonfly. All right, so last but not least, or actually last but least, because this plant I have yet to find out any really good medicinal uses for this particular plant. This particular plant, the only thing that I could really find or I have heard about, although there are a lot of plants in the Aster family that have a lot of medicinal properties, but this particular one is white Heath Aster. I'm in Tennessee, and apparently this one is on the endangered list. So again, I let what grows up grow up, you guys. Gonna let this baby flower and continue to grow. You'll notice it's growing right next to one of our patches of giant goldenrod. That particular one that we have growing right here is goldenrod, giant goldenrod. But I have not found a lot of medicinal uses other than it was used in sweat baths. The other interesting thing that I found, and you know, don't try this at home, guys, but apparently this has also historically been used to revive patients. So I don't know, look it up. It's the white Heath Aster. This is another one of our goldenrods. It's a smaller version here. We have several patches just kind of growing everywhere of different varieties of goldenrod. Another little Heath Aster here. You can see how the stems are a little different compared to the other two. They actually have little mini little buds here all throughout the stem, so that's really neat. Going right here with one of our goldenrods here, right by one of our compost stations. Well, all right, that concludes our video today. Suburban Farm Girl out.